All the figures in this large black and white composition, bull and horse, the dead soldier in the foreground, screaming women, the face of the woman with a lump, can already be found in earlier works and are brought together here for one final parade of hell on earth. Michel Leary sees in this work a settling of all debts. In a black and white rectangle, which is how Greek tragedy appears to us, Picasso sends us his announcement of death. Everything we love will die, and that is why everything we love had to be brought together, as if in a final goodbye, to form something unforgettably beautiful. There is no end to the violence. Because of the threat of vandalism, the work is exhibited in Madrid under warlike conditions, only behind bulletproof glass. Guernica marks the end of one cycle. Another cycle started in 1926 with the painter and his model, the cycle of metamorphoses. The relationship between model and painter, as Picasso knows, is at least as complex as this picture, in which desire and distance blend together. It is a jumble of possibilities and a selection of permanent ties, where, as in Balzac's unknown masterpiece, a leg sticks out from the tangled weave. Metamorphosis. Picasso treats his energy like a treasure, spends it sparingly. He is looking for a naked and destructive beauty. Picasso says, what counts is the dramatic act, the moment in which the universe strives towards its own destruction. Model of a monument for Guillaume Apollinaire, a remarkable expression of the power of reduction. A profound statue made of nothing, like poetry and glory. Picasso says, I want a balance you can grasp in flight, like a juggler catching his balls, not a prefabricated static balance. Still life on a pedestal table. This is how you can turn a woman into a still life with a bowl, an apple and a vase. This visual game brings his new partner, Marie-Thérèse, onto the scene, the ideal object for turning into stone and recreating again and again. Picasso says painting is never prose but poetry, described in verses with vivid rhymes. The rhymes are shapes that echo each other, shapes that answer the space that surrounds them. Woman Reading, 1932. Here the vivid rhymes are curves, and the art is full of asymmetry and inner echoes. Picasso goes down in the history of portrait painting as the person who always chooses the maximum possible asymmetry that evokes surprise without allowing the object to be lost. In sculpture, the smallest thing can have the greatest effect. The expressive twist in its pure form, without any concessions to taste or beauty. The original form as a shock, the pursuit of the power of shock, isolating the essential and highlighting it recklessly. Picasso uses women like the conflict between straight lines and curves. He knows how to praise and to enjoy their virtues, and without pause he basks first in the successes of one and then in the successes of another. A single movement that becomes the face, like that of a fisherman who brings in a fish with his net. Nude in the garden. The focus on the anus is balanced out by the pattern that evokes Matisse. It is a break with the traditional rules of representing women, although archetypical elements occur: nakedness, tiredness, surrender, a flower, and a cushion. On the left, a nude with iris bouquet and a mirror. In the years 1935 to 36, Picasso stops painting for a time and fills this artistic silence with writing. Paul Éluard has his handwriting analyzed. The verdict: this man loves passionately and kills what he loves. In Picasso's art, characteristic types of woman represented in a certain color code and vocabulary of shapes embody the conflict between curves and straight lines. Dora Maar is very straight and with claws in red and black.